Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of Texarkana Game Day Baseball. I'm Brian Bolt. Welcome Frank Sides to the table tonight. And we are at the home of the Liberty Eylau Leopards as they face a district rival in the Paris Wildcats. No sun in the forecast for this afternoon, but the wind's blowing from our right to left down the left field line. The field is in great shape, and the Liberty Eylau Leopards are going for their 12th district win and the district title tonight.
That's right. If LE can bring it home this evening, they will win the district title. Like you said, not the nicest day we've had, but we're out here at a baseball field about to watch some baseball, so I can't complain.
So it's cloudy and 75.
And a little bit breezy, which is okay.
Absolutely. At least it's not a cold breeze.
That's right.
And so the LE Leopards come in tonight with an 11-2 district record. They're led on the field tonight by head coach Zach Fowler, and they're facing the visiting Paris Wildcats. They come in with a overall record of 9-15. They're 3-10 in district, and they're led tonight by their head coach Bill Sipes. We're going to pause for just a second and get the starting lineups from both teams.
Catching number 12, Devin James.
You know, it's senior night tonight, Brian, so we'll lay out of the microphones when they start announcing the LE boys team
All
here.
right. So Paris wearing their navy blue tops with their white pants trimmed in navy tonight.
That's a good look with those socks.
Absolutely. And the Leopards come in wearing their home uniforms in the all icy white.
I believe we're going to have Gage Bellotti on the mound tonight.
We are.
Correct there?
That is. Number 23, Gage Bellotti, will take the mound. The ace for the Leopards from Liberty Eylau.
Now in Arkansas, did it work the same way as it does here in Texas when you're deciding on the first playoff game or series, you and the other coach decide whether you want it to be 1 or 3 games, or is it standard over there?
No, it doesn't work like that in Arkansas. No, it's all done by, you get 1 game. So we're going to pause for a second for the starting lineup of the Liberty Eylau Leopards.
On the mound, number 23, Gage Bellotti.
There he is.
Left field, number 20, Zach Brunt. First base, number 21, Bryce Blackwell. Second base, number 1, Hunter Burke. Right field, number 18, Ron Garza. DH, number 15, Xander Worthy. Center fielder, number 3, Braylon Blair. Playing third tonight, number 13, Austin Gonzalez. In the dugout, number 16, Parker Goodman. Number 22, Sean White. Number 10, Dylan Garden. Number 4, Xander Hall. Number 2, Hagen Power. Number 4, Ethan Biggerstaff. We got coaches Zach Fowler, Cody Ingstrom, and Richard Rudnick. Please stand for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, we're back with some live baseball action here on Texarkana Game Day. Brian Bolt and Frank Sides on the calls tonight for you. I want to make sure that we extend our biggest thanks to State Bank for being one of the sponsors for Texarkana Game Day's game tonight. Also, Tony Langford Roofing. We appreciate all of our sponsors for helping us put on these local athletic events around Texarkana and the surrounding area, and so we definitely want to make sure we give a big shout out to them as we get ready for the first pitch here at Liberty Eylau. Again, the Leopards come into tonight with an 11-2 district record, and with a win tonight over the Paris Wildcats, they will be the leaders and the winners of regular season district play. Their ace, Gage Bellotti, number 23, takes the mound tonight for them. And Gage has pitched extremely well for the Leopards all season. We've been able to come out and cover a couple games where he's been on the mound, and he has just been electrifying.
Yes, he has. And as the season's progressed, that breaking ball of his has gotten a little bit tighter. Command's gotten a little bit better with it. I expect to see him put on a show for us tonight, Brian.
Absolutely. And so we see that we've got a couple people tuned in so far watching our live baseball feed tonight. Make sure you comment and let us know where you're watching from, whether you're here locally around the Texarkana area or if you're watching from out of town. Make sure you also like and share this post so other folks that don't know that the baseball game is being streamed live right now can tune in and watch their Liberty Eylau Leopards go for a big district win and a district title tonight as they face off against the Paris Wildcats. And so with that throwdown by number 2 Colby Brooks, number 13 Adam Clement for Paris will step into the box, and we'll have the first pitch here at Leopard Field. So again, number 13 Adam Clement will be the first batter here to face Bellotti. First off-speed pitch swung on and missed. The first pitch from Bellotti. Going to be a changeup in there for strike number 1. Second pitch from Bellotti. Going to be lifted out to center field. Braylon Blair quickly under that for out number 1. And 2 pitches for Gage Bellotti. And out number 1 is on the scoreboard.
Yeah, that's not where you want to hit a ball in this field into this wind tonight, unfortunately. It's going to go die out there.
And so that's going to bring up the shortstop, number 4, Jack Brazil for Paris. We appreciate everyone tuning in via Facebook. Make sure you like and share this post. Go ahead and click on Texarkana Game Day and go over to the Facebook page and give the Facebook page a like, where you can keep up on all your local athletic events, scores, statistics, and updates. And make sure that you share this live stream so that everyone can watch the Leopards go for their 12th district win tonight. So first pitch to Zach Brazil is in the dirt for ball number 1. Zach Brazil, not a very big guy, standing in the box. The pitcher, Gage Bellotti, on the mound is a big guy. He looks even bigger up there standing on the bump. Second pitch going to be in the dirt. Brings the count to 2 balls and no strikes. Next one going to be in there and lifted into shallow center. Blair under that one for out number 2. So 5 pitches from Bellotti, 2 outs. Both made by number 3, Braylon Blair, out in center field. That's going to bring up the 3-hole hitter, the pitcher for Paris tonight, Joey Allen. First pitch to Allen, a fastball low for ball number 1.
That's right. You've noticed Joey's choking up quite a bit here. Not something you see real often without 2 strikes in the count, but
second pitch to him, another fastball right in the same spot, just below the knees. Going to be called for strike number 2. This one going to be in the zone high and out to right field, and Ron Garza's under that, and so 3 up and 3 down for the Liberty Eylau Leopards here in the top of the first, and they're going to trot into the dugout. And that's going to bring number 2 Colby Brooks to the plate for the Leopards. And so no runs, no hits, and no one left on as Paris goes 3 up and 3 down here in the top of the first.
That's a good start for Gage Bellotti. 8 pitches, 3 flyouts, fairly easy putaways, so that's a good sign.
Absolutely. And so good temperature here in Texarkana, Texas, as we enter the bottom half of the first inning. The wind gusting a little bit up and down, and so we'll have a little wind at times, but it's blowing out to left field. So if you pull one down that line, you've got a chance to get one out, but it's about 75 degrees. Not the most beautiful day here, but good weather for baseball.
That's
it's not
right.
hot, it's not cold, and not a ton of wind blowing, and so
I think I'd take this over an 85-degree sunny day, to be honest with
absolutely.
you.
No sunburns for us today.
That's right. How about you? What'd you do this weekend, Brian? Get anything fun besides a fishing tournament?
Yeah, no, that's about all I did. Took my wife out to eat, enjoyed a nice dinner with my wife, and then we just kind of relaxed, did a little yard work, and just the typical husband weekend, and went out and enjoyed some of the weigh-ins for the fishing tournament that was here in Texarkana this week, and so that was a pretty big deal. I hope they come back and do that again.
Oh, there's no way they can't with as many fish as they caught.
Absolutely.
They put that lake on the map, apparently.
Yeah, they did. A lot of people commenting on the live streams and watching the live streams, and so we sure do appreciate them for coming to town. Lots of fishermen and family around for our local businesses, and so it was a really good weekend for Texarkana.
Yeah, the guy I was rooting for won the thing. He was
yeah.
with us Wednesday night at
he was the
walk-ons
leader
and
all 3
won.
days, I believe, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So really nice guy. I got to interview him a couple times, and so really nice guy and very deserving. Wanted to see the local guy who I think came in second.
Oh, he did?
I think he did. I could be wrong. I didn't look at the final ones, but he was in the lead for a long time.
I believe second paid $30,000 or so.
I'd take it.
That's right.
As we enter the bottom of the first inning, want to make sure we thank Greg Orr Collections. So get on gregorr.com and see. I know they've got multiple lots all around different states. And if you're looking for a new or used vehicle, make sure you visit Greg Orr online, Greg Orr Auto Collection, and you can find a good vehicle. We appreciate them for being a sponsor. And so Colby Brooks grounds over to shortstop, and the throw is going to be low and get away from the first baseman. Colby Brooks is going to stretch it into a double, and he'll be into second base very easily. Number 4, Jack Brazil, the shortstop, fielded it cleanly, but the throw was in the dirt over to first base. And so the first batter of the night for the Leopards stands on second. And he's going to come out of the game. And number 4, Xander Hall, will step in to be the runner for the catcher, Colby Brooks.
Looks like Sue Gibson is watching from Paris.
Yeah, absolutely. We appreciate everyone watching from Paris.
I wonder what time it is in France. That was an awful joke.
Good
I'm glad
joke.
you laughed.
Sue, make sure you comment and let us know on a scale from 1 to 10, what did you give that joke that Frank just told? But for everyone else out there watching, make sure you comment and let us know where you're watching from. We like to see where everyone is and who your favorite player is, so make sure you fill up the feed with your favorite players.
It's going to bring up Nate Moore. Looks like he shows bunt. The pitch is going to get away, and our pinch runner, I didn't get a name. He slid down to third there.
That is number 4, Xander Hall. Well, it looks like we've got 2 number 4s. Not sure if that's Ethan Bickerstaff or Xander Hall. Both are listed here on, I'll tell you what, give me just a second. I've got a roster here. Let's see who that is. That's number 4. That is Xander Hall.
That ball is hit pretty good out to left field. Hit really well. That's going to be over his head.
Bo Brazil back to the warning track, and it'll go over his head.
And you were right, Brian. That thing carried. My goodness.
So Xander Hall will trot in and score the first run tonight for the Leopards. And Nate Moore has a stand-up double with the first hit of the game for the Leopards. It is scored as an error on the scoreboard. That was well hit over the head.
And you were right. You were right about the wind. It helped that thing. I mean, it was going over its head anyway, I believe. But that's about as hard as he could probably hit one, I guess. It's going to bring up Gage Bellotti, it looks like.
Yeah, number 23, the pitcher for the Leopards tonight, takes the first fastball high for ball number 1 as Nate Moore stands on second base. Garrett Brooks watching from Fort Hood, Texas. We appreciate you for tuning in, Mr. Brooks.
Looks like Mr. Oh, that's hammered into a gap. Over the head of the center fielder. My goodness, that was hit
Gage
well.
Bellotti over to second.
He
That's going to bring Nate Moore all the way home. No throw to the plate. And Gage Bellotti with an RBI double. And 2 balls hit into the outfield have been over the heads of the outfielders.
Brian, that was
Paris.
absolutely smashed directly into the teeth of that wind.
And so Mr. Game Day himself watching from the boat. And he is out fishing, well, trying to fish apparently. He's babysitting out on the lake, and so we appreciate him for tuning in.
Where are they? What lake?
I do not know that.
Toss some floaties on them and solve that problem.
Zach Brush lays it down the third base line.
That's a
The
good
throw
bunt.
over to first. He's off the bag. He will be called out.
It's a good pick over there at first.
That was a nice pick. I thought his foot came off, but nonetheless, he's called out at first base. But that will advance the runner, number 10, Dylan Garton, who was put in for the pitcher, Gage Bellotti. He will advance over to third base, and that'll be the first out of the inning as Zach Brush lays down a beautiful bunt. He's thrown out at first base. That's going to bring up number 21, Bryce Blackwell, who's playing first base for the Leopards tonight. First pitch to him going to be pulled right down the first base line, but foul.
Looks like we've got some advanced scouts here in the stands from Kilgore. Something tells me that's who Ellie's going to match up with here in the playoffs shortly.
Second pitch going to be drilled out to right field. The catch will be made. The runner will tag.
That is a heck of a throw.
The throw to home will overshoot the catcher, and the second run of the night will score for the Leopards. That's number 10, Dylan Garton, who's running for Gage Bellotti. He'll cross the plate, and the Leopards lead with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first of a score of 2-0 over the Paris Wildcats. Want to make sure we say a big thank you to Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital for being a great sponsor for Texarkana Game Day Baseball and all of our Texarkana Game Day sports. We appreciate our sponsors so much for making this available for us to go out and make it possible for us to go out and pick up these local high school athletes. And number 1, Hunter Burks, drives one right up the middle for the third hit of the night for the Leopards. And so with 2 outs, Hunter Burks safely over to first base and going to bring up number 18, the right fielder, Ron Garza. We appreciate everyone from watching at home. Make sure you like and share this page. Also, go over to Texarkana Game Day's Facebook page. Make sure you give it a like. Make sure you share this so everyone can watch the Liberty Eylau Leopards take on the Wildcats from Paris. Live right here from Liberty Eylau and Texarkana Game Day. Number 18, Ron Garza, stands at the plate. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. The Leopards lead the Wildcats 3-0 as the first pitch to Garza is high for ball number 1. Also, make sure you download the Texarkana Game Day app. There's a new app for Texarkana Game Day that's out. I've already heard what a great app it is. Make sure you download that. And so Garza's going to chop one to second base. And Carson Day will scoop it up and throw over to first for the third out of the bottom of the first inning. And so after 1 inning, there was 1 runner left on, 3 hits, and 3 runs scored by the Leopards. We're going to take a short commercial break, and we'll be right back with more LE baseball.
Express Employment Professional, matching the right skills for the right jobs. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
Welcome back to Texarkana Game Day. Brian Bolt and Frank Sides live here at Liberty Eylau High School, home of the Leopards, as they lead the Paris Wildcats 3-0 after 1 inning of play. Gage Bellotti trots back out for his 2nd inning of work for the Leopards. And Frank, they made quick work of the Paris Wildcats there in the 1st inning.
Yeah, they did. That's exactly what you wanted to see happen here to start this game. Get on the board early and have your pitcher got through the 1st inning with 8 pitches. See if he can't come out here and just pump some strikes in there, let the defense behind him do its job, and see if you can't put another couple on the board when you come back up to the plate.
So that's going to bring up number 2, Parker Benson, the right fielder for the Paris Wildcats. First pitch from him, driven into center field. Zach Brush, the left fielder, they had a shift on there. Zach Brush right in the perfect spot for out number 1.
Yeah, and if you're going to hit that ball in the air today, you're going to have to hit it a lot harder than that.
So that's going to bring up number 16, the first baseman, Trace McNeil.
Yeah, and we saw the benefit last half inning of put the ball in play on the ground. A lot more can happen for you. Those little fly balls out into the wind aren't often going to become hits.
Gage Bellotti's first fastball to McNeil. Little outside.
Was
for
that a
ball
one-pitch
number 1.
at bat there to Benson?
It was. Yes,
Okay.
it was.
He's at 9 then. I'm going to try to keep track of that if I can.
The 1-0 pitch to McNeil right down the middle for strike number 1. That evens up the count. 1 ball and 1 strike to Trace McNeil. The 1-1 pitch just on the outside corner for ball number 2.
I think Gage wanted that one.
Yeah, and what a stand-up kid he is. You're never going to tell whether they're up 3 or down 3 by his actions on the mound. He just gets up there and goes to work. Next fastball driven to second base. Hunter Burks picks it up, throws over to Bryce Blackwell for out number 2 of the inning. And so 2 up and 2 down so far here in the top of the 2nd inning for the Paris Wildcats. That's going to bring number 12, Devin Gaines. He's the catcher for Paris tonight. Going to bring him to the plate. Want to make sure we give a big shout out to Texas Farm Bureau. We appreciate them for being a sponsor of Texarkana Game Day. Go over there and see the local agents on the Texas side at Texas Farm Bureau. Go over and see my buddy Braxton Langdon. He'll write you up some insurance. And so with that pitch, it's popped up again to Hunter Burks. And so 3 up and 3 down again for the Wildcats here in the top of the 2nd innings. And so quick work by the
that's 6 up, 6 down, and only 15 pitches for Gage Bellotti total.
And so no hits, no runs, and no one left on base. As we head to the bottom of the 2nd inning, Gage Bellotti looking really good here against the Paris Wildcats. So got a little TI playing here, a little 2010. Maybe not even that long. But he said you can have whatever you like, and right now the the Leopards, they would like some more runs.
That was worse than my joke. Kathy, weigh in for us if you would.
Yeah, Kathy, tell us which joke you liked better. I'm pretty sure it's going to be mine. I give mine about a 7.5, and Frank's more of like a 4.3, but that's just my scale.
You're probably right. I didn't lean into mine.
Want to make sure we thank Browning Homes for being a sponsor of Texarkana Game Day, and helping us bring this broadcast of Texarkana Game Day Baseball to Liberty Eylau today.
And our newest sponsor, Texarkana Physical Therapy. Hopefully you don't need any of that, but if you do, give them a call.
Someone's always needing it.
I know I do. I just want somebody to rub these knees a little bit.
Do they do mental therapy? I need a little bit of that.
It's a good question.
So that's going to bring up number 15, Xander Worthy, the designated hitter, and the first pitch he sees, he jumps on. It's lifted out to center field, but Jalen Lee will get under that one for out number 1.
Brings up the center fielder, number 3,
So the center fielder, Braylon Blair, who's made a couple good plays tonight so far, he'll step into the box for his first time. First pitch from him, a fastball in the dirt for ball number 1.
Brian, are you an MLB guy? What's your favorite team?
I'm
follow
really
it too
not. I
closely?
watch it a little bit, but I don't really have a team. No, I'm more of a college guy. So Blair lifts one out to center field. Jalen Lee comes up and gets under it for the second out of the inning, and so Blair jumps on a fastball, gets out to center field for out number 2. And so, no, to answer your question, I watch a lot of college sports. I don't watch a lot of I watch them, but I don't. Of course, I'm a Tom Brady fan. Who isn't? But
Yeah.
I don't have a favorite team. I liked the Cubs until they won the World Series, and then everyone jumped on the bandwagon, so I'm kind of off of them.
I see. I'm a big fan of the sport. I don't necessarily follow a team all that closely. I tune in, skip around from matchup to matchup.
I just watch sports.
Yeah.
I used to be a Braves fan. I was a really big Chipper Jones fan.
Yeah.
But
Let's hit. Get
so
out
the
ball.
leadoff hitter, Colby.
Fortunately, you can't control where that goes.
Absolutely. And so we're going to take a short break here in a second, but no hits, no runs, and no one left on for Liberty Eylau that inning. A quick second inning. We'll be back with the third inning of action here at Liberty Eylau.
If you're looking for authentic Cajun-style meats prepared and ready to cook and take home all of Acadiana flavor here in your own home, come by Lanyard Specialty Meats for all your tailgating needs for this football season or hunting season. Remember, Lanyard Specialty Meats.
Lanyards is an official sponsor and proud supporter of Texarkana Game Day.
All right, we're back. Headed to the top of the third, I'm sorry. Gage Bellatti's obviously still on the mound. 15 pitches through 2 innings. No hits, no walks.
We appreciate everyone for tuning in here on Texarkana Game Day Baseball. We are live here at Liberty Eylau Middle School, as a matter of fact, but the home of the high school baseball team's field as they face the Paris Wildcats. Liberty Eylau, this is a big game for them. They're going for their 12th district win and the district title tonight. And so got some other teams in the stands watching. Apparently some of those teams that may be facing them this next week. And right now they lead 3-0 over the Paris Wildcats. And Colby Brooks throws down to second base, and quickly we're going to be underway with the top of the third inning as Gage Bellotti takes the mound for his third inning of work for the Liberty Eylau Leopards. So want to make sure we express our gratitude to Express Employment Professionals.
You know, they've got quite a few openings they're trying to fill right now. We're talking hundreds.
Yeah, I don't think we want to get into all that. But first pitch is going to be down to third base. And that's going to be picked up by Austin Gonzalez and over to first base for out number 1. So number 13, Austin Gonzalez.
We are going to have a job fair. They're going to be doing some on-the-spot interviews next Thursday at the Phone Pros location just behind Target. If you're looking for work, come out and see us. If you'd like to reach out to them before then, absolutely feel free to do that. They're looking to hire almost immediately.
Absolutely. And so Gage Bellotti's first pitch here to the second batter of the inning in there for strike number 1. Next fastball going to be high, going to even up the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. Second fastball swung on and missed by the left fielder, Bo Brazil, for strike number 2. Going to bring our count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here in the top of the third. The 1-2 pitch from Bellotti off the outside corner of the plate for ball number 2. And so the 2-2 pitch from Bellotti. Fastball swung on and missed by Brazil. And that'll be out number 2 here in the top of the third. If you're just now joining us, Liberty Eylau jumped out to a quick 3-0 lead in the first inning. And then it was pretty much 3 up and 3 down in the second for both teams. And we are here in the top of the third with 2 outs. Gage Bellotti on the mound, looking very much in control of this game so far. And that one by the designated hitter, Harrison England, is going to be popped up in foul territory. The shortstop, Nate Moore, will come over and make the play for out number 3. 3 up and 3 down here in the top of the first for the Liberty Eylau Leopards. They're going to trot off the field and get ready to come to the plate.
And Gage is perfect through 3 innings on 22 pitches.
What a nice
Very
job
efficient
by
night
him.
so far, yeah.
If you're just now joining us, the Liberty Eylau Leopards, as you can see on your screen, lead 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. We appreciate everyone for watching and tuning in here live on Texarkana Game Day. Make sure you like and share this video feed. Make sure you go over to Texarkana Game Day's Facebook page and give them a like. Also, go to the App Store and look for Texarkana Game Day's new app that just came out. You can keep up with local athletes, scores, news, all kinds of information on there. It's a pretty sweet app. So go to your App Store and look up Texarkana Game Day's app. Make sure you download that. If you're watching from home, make sure that you comment on this feed, your favorite player, maybe where you're watching from. We'll try to get through all of them and give you some love and give your favorite player a little shout out here on our live stream. And we are getting ready for the bottom of the third inning. So what a nice day to be outside. If you are listening and watching, if you want to come out, it's a nice day to be at the ballpark. Come out and get you a little junk food from the concession stand and watch a little local high school baseball. And so as we've got some nice 90s rap playing, going to bring up number 5, the shortstop, Nate Moore.
Nate's his first time up, he laced a double into left field and drove a run in.
First pitch to him is going to be to the shortstop,
he's going to have
Brazil.
to make a good throw. He beat that
he's
out.
going to beat the run out. And he's going to go to second. And he's going to go all the way to third. Here's the throw, not in time.
Very nice.
Number 5, Nate Moore, grounds it to the shortstop. Jack Brazil tries to get it over to first base to beat out the speedy Nate Moore down the first base line. The first baseman, McNeil, can't scoop it, and it rolls all the way to the fence. And Nate Moore, with that speed we just mentioned, rounds first, rounds second, and slides into third safely. So the leadoff man stands on third with big number 23, Gage Bellotti. The pitcher tonight for LE steps into the batter's box. Second pitch to him, line
Whipped into the gap.
out into the gap, and that's going to score Nate Moore easily. Gage Bellotti thinking about second and going to trot back to first. That one lined out into left center field for a base hit. Second one of the night from Gage Bellotti, and that's going to bring number 10, Dylan Garton, in to run for the pitcher, Gage Bellotti. So that's 5 hits so far for the Leopards tonight. We're just in the bottom of the third, and there's no outs. A runner stands on first, and number 20, Zach Brush, the left fielder, takes ball number 1 at the plate.
Zach laid down a pretty nice sack bunt his first time up. Led to another run.
So we appreciate Trevelyan Hodge. He says, let's go Leopards. He's watching tonight live for his Liberty Eylau Leopards. We appreciate him for tuning in. And also Guy England, who says that he is on I-30 trying to make his way down the interstate. So this one's going to be ground to the pitcher, and Joey Allen will throw it over to over to first for the first out of the inning. But number 10, Dylan Garton, will make it over to second base easily.
That's right. Works just like a sacrifice.
And so with one out, number 21, Bryce Blackwell, the first baseman tonight for the LE Leopards, steps in to the batter's box with a runner on second and one out here in the bottom of the third inning. First pitch to him in there for strike number one.
And Bryce drove in a run his first time up with the sac fly.
So we've got Miss Beverly Rivas from Paris. Looks like her maiden name is Brazil, and she is cheering for Bo and Jack. And so we want to make sure we let her know that we appreciate her and all of the people that are tuning in from Paris or Texarkana. We appreciate you for tuning in. Make sure you go over and give Texarkana Game Day a like on the Facebook page. So the 1-1 pitch to Blackwell, going to be outside for ball number 2, going to bring his count to 2 balls and 1 strike with 1 out and a runner on second here in the bottom of the third. The Leopards lead 4-0. The 2-1 pitch going to be driven to second base. A nice play by Carson Day. He fields a hard ground ball from Blackwell. Makes the throw over to first for out number 2. That's going to bring number 1, the second baseman, Hunter Burks, up to the plate. Hunter Burks, first pitch to him, fastball high for ball number 1. That last hit did advance number 10, Dylan Garton, over to third, and so with 2 outs, Hunter Burks is at the plate with a runner on third. Next one to him is going to be popped into foul territory, almost caught by one of our camera guys. And so the count even at 1-1. Next pitch going to be high. Oh, called for strike number 2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to number 1, Hunter Burks. Next pitch to him, a breaking ball. Over to the shortstop, the throw over in time for out number 3. Jack Brazil coming over towards second base, makes a nice grab and gets it across the diamond for out number 3. And so 1 hit, 1 runner left on, and 1 run scored. Here in the bottom of the third, the Liberty Eylau Leopards lead the Paris Wildcats of a score of 4-0. We'll be back for more action. Liberty Eylau here on Texarkana Game Day.
Beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful, handcrafted stone is our passion, and we ensure our customers receive the quality they deserve. We stand by our word, we stand by our products, services, and work that we do. Our team of experienced craft product experts have been perfecting their craft of fabricating and installing stone since 1998. Visit the Design Center at Red River Lumber to see the many beautiful stone options available for your next project.
Welcome back to Texarkana Game Day. We're live here at Liberty Eylau, home of the Leopards, as they've got a 4-0 lead over the Paris Wildcats as we enter the top half of the 4th inning. I'm Brian Bolt, and joined as always by the number 1 guy in Texarkana, Mr. Frank Sides.
Thank you. Number 1 guy at what is the question?
Well, I wasn't going to say the number 1 producer or the number 1 this or what. Just number 1 guy. You're number 1 at everything.
That's right. I guess I can take that, although it's far from the truth. Not even close.
You're getting a little older, Frank. I'm noticing some gray coming into your beard here.
Yeah.
You're stressed out?
A little bit, yeah. Where are you headed, Cam?
Little gray coming in. So,
well, I'm a lot older than you think.
Gage Bellatti's first pitch in there for strike number 1.
That's a problem with having this thick, dark hair is when it does start turning gray, it's noticeable.
I understand. Breaking ball from Bellotti in there for strike number 2. So quickly, Gage Bellotti ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes.
Adam Clement is down swinging.
Next breaking ball swung on and missed for out number 1. So the leadoff hitter goes down on strikes, and that's going to bring up the shortstop. Number 4, Jack Brazil.
And that's 10 up, 10 down for Gage with 2 strikeouts on 25 pitches so far.
So 1 out. First pitch to Brazil, fouled back to the backstop for strike number 1. So one of the Paris players trots over and gets the foul ball, and we'll be back to action. The 0-1 pitch to Brazil, a breaking ball, swung on and missed for strike number 2. So no balls and 2 strikes to the shortstop, Jack Brazil. Bellotti delivers a fastball high for ball number 1. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Brazil. The next fastball fouled right over the backstop. So Brazil battling at the plate.
Nasty.
Next breaking ball.
Absolutely filthy.
Rung him up for strike number 3.
That strikeout brings up the pitcher, number 5, Joey.
And so 2 up and 2 down so far for the Wildcats.
It's pretty difficult to write a backwards K with a pen. I'm discovering here.
That's going to bring up number 5, the pitcher tonight for the Wildcats, Joey Allen. First fastball knee high for strike number 1.
Looks like Gage is starting to bring the good stuff after 3 innings.
Nice
of just
velocity
That's right.
on that fastball there, knee high. And so Bellotti, second breaking ball, going to be down for a base hit over the second baseman out into center field. And so Joey Allen sits back on a breaking ball and pops it right over the second baseman's head.
Yeah, and that one didn't have quite the bite on it the last couple halves, so spun a little bit on him. And Joey looks like a pretty good hitter, so.
And so with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning, Paris Wildcats have a runner on first base, and number 2, Parker Benson, the right fielder, will step into the box. Bellotti throws over to first base. Allen slides back in safely.
So Corey, we're glad you're watching. That's Corey's brother, Joey, lining that breaking ball into center field. We see you, Joey, and we see you, Corey.
We appreciate the comments very much. Gage Bellotti. Next pitch going to be chopped down the first base line, and Bryce Blackwell will field it in foul territory. So Joey Allen will come back to first base. And Parker Benson back in the box. No balls and 1 strike to Benson. The 0-1 pitch called for ball number 1. Going to even the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Benson, a pretty good looking athlete, a big kid standing at the plate. Next pitch to him going to be fouled. Down the first base line, the first base coach tried to make a good play on it. He's pretty fast.
I saw that, yeah.
He can move pretty good. I don't think he's as old as you.
Probably not. Brian, I feel like you're attacking me.
And so 1 ball and 2 strikes as Gage Bellotti throws over to first base. The fans at Liberty Eylau side thought that it was a little closer than what it was, but he slides back in safely, and so Bellotti will go back to work with big number 2, Parker Benson, at the plate. This one's going to be back to Bellotti off the mound.
Can he pull it off? Oh, there's 2
They only needed 1 out,
right.
and so the force will be made by Nate Moore at second base. And so after the top half of the 4th inning, there was 1 base hit, 1 runner left on, and no runs scored for the Paris Wildcats. And shortly we'll have the Leopards coming back to the plate as they lead 4-0 here in the bottom of the 4th.
Seems like our PA announcer here shifted gears on us on the music between innings.
Well, you know, we've talked about this before. You get such a wide variety of music at a baseball game.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to find a better playlist, or at least a more diverse.
There you go. I'd argue the first point. That one, you're right.
We want to make sure we say a big thank you to Rocasa Organics. I'm not sure what all they have, but I know they have a lot. I know my wife likes to shop.
That was my next question.
So, yes. Oh, yeah. I may need to call and see if we can get her on speakerphone to tell you what all they've got. But they got a lot of stuff. So, make sure you visit them at Rocasa Organic.
I'm hungry.
Okay. Well, I missed that part. I just saw her. I saw a big, long text. And so, I may need to text her back. And so, if my wife is listening out there, that sounds absolutely delicious if it's coming from Verona's. So,
oh, I assumed she was cooking that.
Probably not. If she's texting about food this early, it's probably because she doesn't want to cook. And I say this early, it's 6:45. We do try to eat at a decent time each night. But
I'll have the bill. How about you?
Yeah.
so now all of a sudden I'm hungry. We want to make sure we give a big shout out to everybody tuned in so far. The LE Leopards are taking on the Paris Wildcats tonight in district play. And a big game for the Leopards. If they win tonight, they will win the regular season district. And so they have 11 wins so far in district play, looking for number 12 and the district title tonight. And so as we enter the bottom of the 4th inning, that's going to bring up number 18, Ron Garza. Anyone out there watching, make sure you share and like this post. Also, go over to Texarkana Game Day. Like the Facebook page, and there's some info there also about the app. Go to the App Store and download the brand new Texarkana Game Day app for your phone so that you can keep up with all of the Texarkana area sports, scores, statistics, and other stories out with Texarkana Game Day.
And Ron swings through the 1-1 pitch.
Going to bring the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. This one going to be hit to the shortstop, Brazil, across the diamond for out number 1. So a nice play by number 4, Jack Brazil, from the Paris Wildcats. That's going to bring up number 15, Xander Worthy, the designated hitter for the Leopards. Make sure if you're watching this live feed, give us some comments. Comment your favorite players so we can give them a shout out, and comment where you're watching from. We always like to see where people are tuned in from. And so
that's a good breaking ball.
Nice breaking ball there by Joey Allen to Xander Worthy, the designated hitter.
You know, I've always liked the first name Xander.
Do you?
I do. Couldn't sell that one either.
Same pitch, same result. Strike number 2 to Xander Worthy, Frank's favorite player. So no balls and 2 strikes to Worthy. It's going to be popped.
It's a tricky little play here.
Right over second base. The shortstop, Brazil, almost made a fantastic play running backwards into center field, but couldn't quite get his glove on it. And so that is going to be down for a hit for your man, Xander Worthy, the designated hitter. He'll stand on first base with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th, and that's going to bring up number 3, the center fielder, Braylon Blair.
Braylon can get on base here. He'll turn the lineup. There it is.
And that one's going to be foul. And so that one pulled right down the left field line, and it's just going to get foul. So that would have been probably scored a run all the way from first base because it was going to go all the way to the fence. But not quite down in fair territory, and so Mr. Blair will come back to the plate and try it again. So the 0-1 pitch to Blair, breaking ball in the dirt for ball number 1, will even up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. I want to make sure we give a shout out to Ronnie Allen. He and also Chase Walker are cheering on their Leopards tonight, so we appreciate them for tuning in. Next one's going to be driven out to center field. It's high and it's far, but it will be caught by Jalen Lee out in center field. And the runner at first base, number 15, Xander Worthy, will scramble back and not advance. So with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th, that's going to bring up the leadoff hitter, number 2, Colby Brooks.
I got to say, Jalen Lee is smooth out there in center field.
Yeah,
you notice that?
Yep. He just glides. Those long legs, he's got some speed on him, and he just glides to the ball.
Going to bring up Colby Brooks.
First pitch to Brooks, low for ball number 1.
He hit the snot out of one last at bat into left field, right into the it wasn't really a shift, but right into the well-positioned left fielder's glove.
And Brooks does that quite a bit. Usually when he hits it, it's hard.
There it is.
There it is.
That's going to get
right
down
over the third baseman's head, down for a base hit, and a nice hard hit from leadoff man Colby Brooks. That will advance the runner over to second base. So Worthy will stand on second, Brooks on first, and that's going to bring up shortstop number 5, Nate Moore.
Nate Moore was the star of the PG game Saturday night. He started the game, went all 5 innings or 7, I can't remember exactly offhand, and was on base every time he was at the plate, scored a few runs, and he's 2 for 2 tonight. He got a double into left field and an infield single that he turned into a triple with a throwing error.
So number 4, Xander Hall, will come in for the catcher, Colby Brooks. Xander, there's another Xander for you. Xander Hall, he'll stand in over at first base. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. Here's number 5, Nate Moore, to the plate. First pitch inside for ball number 1 to him. The 1-0 pitch, high, but hit to the second baseman, Carson Day. He'll throw over to first, and that will be out number 3. And so 2 hits, 2 men left on, and no runs scored here in the bottom of the 4th by the Leopards. They still lead 4-0 after 4. We'll be back with more LE Leopard baseball after this.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in our community support, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Shelter Agent Brian Bolt in Texarkana.
Welcome back to Liberty Eylau High School, home of the Leopards. You just saw that last commercial. Yeah, absolutely. My hair doesn't look the same in that one, but nonetheless, I appreciate Morgan for
Did you get a haircut?
getting that. Yeah, well, I had a haircut in that picture. I sure did. That was during the summer right after I was coaching, and so I had the summer buzz. But anybody with any insurance needs on the Arkansas side or anywhere in the state of Arkansas, we would love to work with you. You can give us a shout. We're over on Jefferson Avenue right by Lanyap, who is another sponsor of Texarkana Game Day. You can come and get your meat and your insurance in the same trip.
That's right.
Or give us a call, 870-772-0313.
Or Mr. Lanyap, if you're watching,
and
you
I
can
don't
insure
know,
your meat.
I don't know his phone number, but I do have it in my phone, so I'll give that to you a little here later. Not his cell phone, but the business phone. And
okay.
But yeah, man, they've got a wide variety of stuff. So go check out Lanyap. Is
the
actually
business
how you
phone,
say
the
it.
same one that you can Google.
Yeah, you can Google it. You can Google it. I was just going to give it live on the air, but man, you can get steaks, pork chops, boudin, stuffed chickens, stuffed pork chops.
Now, is it a restaurant? Do they cook there, or is it?
They do a lunch, but no, it's not a sit-down restaurant.
Okay.
No, they do cook a lunch every day, and it's fantastic. It's one of those lunches that if you do eat it, you will have to take the afternoon off to go home.
I had one of those today, and I almost didn't make it.
So number 16, McNeil, grounds one to number 5, Nate Moore, on the first pitch he sees from Bellotti, and that'll be out number 1, the top of the 5th inning. So, man, we're doing nothing but talking about food. Lanyap and talk about fettuccine Alfredo and all kinds of stuff like that. And so,
did she ever reply? Is it ready?
I didn't even look. Our next break between innings, I'm going to look and see what's going on.
I'll drop her a pin. She can bring that stuff right here.
Well, at the rate we're going, we're not going to be here long. And so, first pitch.
That is the announcer's jinx if
is
I've ever heard one.
Trace McNeil. I don't jinx.
Okay.
I don't jinx. I don't believe in that. So, I did pick up a penny on heads today, so I do believe in good luck, but I don't believe in jinx. So, first pitch outside for ball number 1. Second pitch outside for ball number 2 to Trace McNeil, I believe is who that is. Who is that up? I didn't get his number on the way to the plate.
That is Gaines, number 12.
Is that Gaines?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 12, Gaines. He pops it up. It's going to be in foul territory. Brooks calls for it, and he makes the catch for out number 2 here in the top of the 5th. And a nice job. Do you realize how difficult that catch is there for a catcher to throw, his helmet off and get over under a ball? It's not like you're out in center field where you see it off the bat and you can read it. And then get up and in the wind, it's shifting on you and moving around and get right under it. And
pretty good play.
Yep, and so the second one, the next batter is going to be number 7, Carson Day. His first pitch will be fouled over the first base dugout for strike number 1. Next pitch in there for ball number 1, and so Jeff Day, Carson Day's dad, says that he has to work late and couldn't make the game, and so we appreciate you for tuning in here on Texarkana Game Day. This is what we do it for, so family can still see their kids play even when they can't be here. And so number 5, what a play. If he stayed on the bag, he is out. They say that he did, and what a play by number 5, Nate Moore. Comes across the diamond, snags the ball, and on the run makes a throw over. And an even more stretch and pick by number 21, Bryce Blackwell at first base for out number 3.
And if you're just tuning in, Gage Bellotti has been incredibly efficient tonight. We're up. That's 5 innings. One runner is reached, and he's only thrown 45 pitches.
Yep, absolutely.
Averaging 9 pitches an inning. Just get out here and don't throw balls when your team spots you a 3-run lead. It's exactly what you do. Speaking of Gage, looks like he's going to lead this inning off. He has ripped a double into center field and singled into left field. He's driven in a run both times up. Got a big headwind out to right field, so something tells me we're not getting a homer here, but I'd like to see one. Have we seen a home run in LE this year?
I don't think that we have. I don't remember if we have, so I'm not saying that we haven't. Want to make sure we give our appreciation to State Bank and Browning Homes. Make sure you visit those guys on Facebook and gals on Facebook and on their websites for any of your needs. We appreciate them for being such great sponsors so that we can bring you local high school sports throughout the Texarkana area on both sides of the state line. If all works out, we plan to bring you some Arkansas High baseball They are also leading their conference and playing well over in the state of Arkansas. And so if everything works out Friday, we're going to give you some Razorback baseball. But right now, Gage Bellotti is on the Texas side and standing at the plate. He'll take the first pitch for strike number 1. Second pitch, down low for ball number 1. That's going to even the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike to number 23, Gage Bellotti. 1-1 to him. That's going to be lifted.
It's going to get down there.
And down out to left field for Gage Bellotti's second hit of the game.
That's his third hit.
Is it
three
the
for three,
third hit of the game? And number 10, Dylan Garton will come over and run for Mr. Bellotti once again. And so 3 hits for him on the night so far, and that's going to bring up number 20, Zach Brush, the left fielder. The nice blue socks on tonight. So Zach Brush at the plate. They will throw over. Dylan Garton slides back into first safely. Back to the pitcher, number 5, Joey Allen, and we'll be back to work with Brush standing at the plate. First pitch to him, fastball on the inside corner, fouled to the backstop. So we get a new ball in play, and we're back to action. Dylan Garton standing on first, no outs, and this one's going to be fouled off the foot of Zach Brush for strike number 2. And so Liberty Eylau Leopards lead 4-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning with no outs and a runner on first. Zach Brush is walking off, got a little bit of a limp, took the last foul ball off the foot. So he's taking a little time to let the sting fade away. Want to make sure that Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital and TXK Marketing Agency both know how much we appreciate them for being sponsors of Texarkana Game Day. So Brush is back in the box. The 0-2 pitch to him is in the dirt for ball number 1. Brush still limping around a little bit after taking that second strike off the foot. So no outs and a runner on first. Brush with a 1-2 count. The next one for ball number 2. And Gaines could not find that one. And so Dylan Garton will advance over to second base. And so a 2-2 count to Brush here. Garton stands on second with no outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Lori Benson, we appreciate her. She says, let's go Wildcats. We appreciate her for tuning in. Breaking ball to Brush outside for ball number 3. Going to bring up a full count to number 20, Zach Brush. The payoff pitch to the plate. Driven to second base. It won't be caught in the air. It'll be scooped up off the ground and over to first base. Carson Day with a nice play at second base. But the runner will advance over to third base is Garton, and that's going to bring up number 21 walking up with a little California love, Bryce Blackwell. Bryce looking to get a little love here. First pitch to him, fastball high for ball number 1.
Looking to put a ball in play and get this 5th run home for the Leopards.
Second pitch to him. Whew. Good looking pitch there for ball number 2. Well, I sure wish I had a Sonic drink to shake around. Next one in there and swung on, fouled over the backstop.
What'd you say about a Sonic drink?
I hear you sloshing that ice over there. It sure would be nice to have a cherry limeade, but I'll just sit here parched and watch y'all drink your Route 44. This one going to be fouled off to the backstop by Bryce Blackwell for strike number 2. Even up the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Here to Bryce Blackwell.
Yeah, we got here good and early, got everything set up, and had a little time to run and grab a drink. While you're eating Laniep fine meats, I'm sure.
Very nice, very nice.
Ball's going to get past our catcher, and a run's going to score here.
Dylan Garton will come in from third base to score the 5th run of the night for the Leopards. Thought that one may have went off of the toe of Blackwell, but was not called, and he's not limping, so I guess it just hit the dirt. That's going to bring up 3 balls and 1 strike. I think that's what it is. He's showing, I thought he showed 3-1. Nonetheless, it's ball number 4, and Bryce Blackwell will trot down to first base. And that's going to bring up number 1, second baseman Hunter Burks.
Bolt, would you believe me if I told you that is the first walk of the ball game by either pitcher?
I would believe that because this has been a very fast-paced game, and usually in fast-paced games you don't see a lot of walks.
Ball's getting put in play early in counts. And
so time is called at the plate by Burks. Burks thought that Allen was taking a little too long there, and so he steps out and calls time, collects himself, and back in the box he goes.
And Burks singled in the first, grounded out to short in the third.
First pitch to him, low and inside for ball number 1. If you're just now joining us, the Liberty Eylau Leopards do lead 5-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Gage Bellotti on the mound for the Leopards, being very dominant so far. There is 1 out and a runner on first for the Leopards. This one's going to be hit off the handle of the bat, and it's going to be thrown to second. Going to be an error. No one covering. And so the ball will go out into left field, and both runners will be safely and advance. Hunter Burks will advance to second base on the wild throw, and Bryce Blackwell over to third. And so with 1 out, here in the bottom of the 5th, number 18, Ron Garza will come to the plate with runners in scoring position.
I believe there was someone covering. It was just an errant throw.
Okay, well, either way.
Where did that come from?
That came from the pitcher and catcher warming up for the Wildcats.
Yeah, the ball came flying
Glad that did not hit someone, especially me. Second pitch to Garza, going to be in there for ball number 2. So 2 balls and no strikes. Third one popped up to the third baseman. He's going back, and Bryce Blackwell tricking him a little bit like he's going to tag up and run from third and having a little fun out there. And so we appreciate everyone for tuning in. If you are tuned in, make sure you go over to the App Store and download Texarkana Game Day's brand new app that they have out there. Man, it is very, very nice. Just downloaded it yesterday for myself. Lots of info, stories, statistics, live feeds, all kinds of info on that app. So go over to the App Store and go ahead and download that, Texarkana Game Day. And so this one, number 15, Xander Worthy, going to be popped out.
Yeah.
And it's going to be over the head of the third baseman, or excuse me, the shortstop, and it's going to drop, and 2 more runs will score. Bryce Blackwell and Hunter Burks will come around on the little blooper out to left field, and that's going to be a hit for number 15, Frank's favorite player, Xander Worthy.
And 2 RBI on the play to make the lead 7-0.
So that's going to bring number 22, Sean White. He's going to come in and run for number 15, Xander Worthy, the designated hitter. And so we do have a comment on Facebook from Landry East asking if Richie Plant is playing for LE. If he is not in the lineup tonight. So we do not see him on the depth chart for tonight if he is a part of the team. Just a little info there for Mr. East. So White slides back in at first base safely. First base coach telling him.
Pretty good move there from Joey
Stay
Allen.
close, yes, because that was a very good move. And so Liberty Eylau extends her lead 7-0. And that's going to bring number 3, the center fielder, Braylon. Yeah, Braylon. I always get his name mixed up. Braylon Blair up to the plate. First one inside for ball number 1 to him. So White stands at first, 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. The Leopards have scored 3 runs so far here in the bottom of the 5th inning. That one fouled off by Blair for strike number 1. Going to even the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Joey Allen still on the mound for the Wildcats. Next pitch going to hit Blair. Actually was stuck between his legs.
Going to bring up the top of the order, Colby Brooks.
So he caught the ball there in the dirt between his legs. And that will be a hit by pitch, and he'll trot down to first base. White down to second. And like Frank just said, the leadoff man, number 2, Colby Brooks, who's had a couple nice hits so far tonight. He is going to step into the box.
All right, Colby's in a situation where a home run could send us home.
Absolutely, and so it would be 10 after 5 with a home run here by Colby Brooks. I appreciate you for something I don't believe in, jinxing us. Nonetheless, it's not going to be a home
really
run, but
well.
it's hit hard. White's going to score, and that's going to bring a runner around, and he's going to stop at third. And so Brooks drills one to the shortstop, Brazil, and off of his foot into left field. And so that's going to score 1. It will bring our score for Liberty Eylau 8, Paris 0.
A ball in the gap ends this one, Mr. Bolt.
And so actually we're going to have 2 runs, and so hopefully the speedy number 4, Xander Hall, who's at first, he is the winning run. So if it does get hit far enough and roll, the winning run stands on first. Number 1, Hunter Burks, number 3, Braylon Blair stands at third. And so the throw off the mark to first base, and runners will advance. He's going to go all the way around to third base. There's not going to be a throw, and he will walk into third base easily.
Now we're a wild pitch away from a district title here.
And so the winning
is
run
mounting.
stands on third base as the Leopards lead 9-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. And so number 5, the shortstop Nate Moore, a base hit, will end the game here.
And we'll wrap up the district title for the Leopards.
Absolutely.
First pitch.
First
inside.
fastball to him inside for ball number 1.
And looming on deck is Big Gage Bellotti, 3 for 3 tonight.
So the 1-0 pitch comes to the plate. It's going to be in the dirt, and he's going to hold up at third base. So Xander Hall is the winning run, standing on third with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th.
Have they changed the rule in high school where you just have to let them know you're intentionally walking them, and they get to first? You got to actually throw the ball. Here we go.
No, they'll let you intentionally walk him. And so
all right,
number 5, Nate Moore, gets hit by a pitch, and he's down at first base. And so Gage Bellotti, he is 3 for 3 so far tonight. And with his 4th base hit, it will end the game.
And nearly perfect on the mound. Only
and
one runner has reached.
He will have a shutout.
That's right.
He will have a shutout and a walk-off. So Gage Bellotti.
This would almost be a poetic way to wrap it up here.
Absolutely. And so Gage Bellotti steps into the box. And we'll see what happens here. First pitch to him. Swung on and popped up.
It's going to be a long run for the left fielder.
Shallow
That's going to get down. It's over.
It's going to be down. It was
and it's over.
Down the third base line.
Get to run. There
and it is over. The starting pitcher with the shutout tonight. He pops one down the third base line, and it falls right into fair territory. And so Gage Bellotti will get the shutout as the starting pitcher and have the walk-off hit for the Leopards tonight. The Leopards, 10 runs, 10 hits in 5 innings of play. Give up no runs against the Paris Wildcats. And Gage Bellotti, just another stellar performance.
Yeah, 5 innings, 1 hit, no walks, only 2 strikeouts, 3 strikeouts, but perfect ending to the season for the Leopards.
And so the Leopards get their 12th win in district play, and that will give them the #1 spot in the district. And so congratulations to them for their regular season district title here for the LE Leopards. And man, they have played stellar absolutely all season. We have had the chance to see them multiple times, and they have done a stellar job. Coach Fowler is having the best of times out there on the field with his team right now, and such a great guy and a great coach. Just love getting interviews and having time to talk with him, gotten a chance to know him over this baseball season through text and phone calls. And man, just what a great guy to have coaching your kids here at Liberty Eylau. And so they're getting ready to take a picture out there. We're going to let you go here in just a second. So we appreciate everyone for tuning in. We're going to go get some interviews with some players and coaches. We appreciate you for tuning in here at Liberty Eylau as they get their 12th district win and the district championship here for the Liberty Eylau Leopards. So we appreciate you tuning in on Texarkana Game Day. Make sure you go over and give Texarkana Game Day a like on Facebook and download the new Texarkana Game Day app where you can see all the info from all of the area high schools for every sport around here. And so, Frank, you got anything else? And so
I don't. That was well, I guess I do. That was a pretty awesome performance by Gage. 4 for 4, drove in 4 runs, pitched 5 shutout innings. What a way to wrap up the district title. Congratulations, Liberty Eylau.
Yep, and so Denise Webb says Zach Fowler, Coach of the Year. If he is not, he should be. What a stellar performance by him and his coaching staff this year, and just could not be a more outstanding team, coaching staff here, and man, just can't talk more about the character of everyone a part of this LE baseball team. And so for Frank Sides and Brian Bolt and Texarkana Game Day Baseball, we will see you Friday over on the Arkansas side to get a little Arkansas Razorback baseball. But until then, we appreciate you for tuning in here on Texarkana Game Day.